That was recently, right?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you the most problematic thing I said.
Did you say the N-word?
No, but basically almost.
What, almost was there?
No, so I was on an escalator on the phone with someone, right? And this is like right when WrestleCon was starting. And I was describing it to him, not realizing I was standing behind Big Swole.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, this is like the most depressing like zoo I've ever been to.
Oh.
So that could be inferred really badly.
Yeah,
After I said that, I realized it. I'm like, ugh.
And that's why you don't talk in elevators.
Yeah.
Well, it was an escalator, so it's okay.
Oh, it was an escalator. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. So I could run away immediately if I needed to.
Those are good quality vehicles. Those escalators. Cadillac Escalator. Or
No, but seriously, that was really depressing walking around.
Hey man, I get it. There's just old battered people for many years of your entertainment now just like looking a shell of their former selves.
I mean, yeah, there was like, but it's more depressing like who's not stopping at whose table.
Oh man, you know, I always felt awkward about that shit, man. Just like, especially like when Virgil was alive, that whole meme about that. I think it kind of started with that.
Yeah, Lonely Virgil.
Lonely Virgil and everything, and then like the news that just recently came out about Gulak being an asshole, and
I had a weird staring contest with Nick Wayne.
Yeah,
like
that's
we locked eyes, and then like we kept staring at each other, and then like I walked away.
And you didn't get any merch.
No, I didn't. But no, the weirdest one, I went to a table and they were selling, I think it was Pro Wrestling Tees table, and they're selling T-shirts. And they're like, the guy tells me, I'm not looking at the guy. The guy tells me, oh, so and so because it's half off. I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, like to brush him off, like, oh, thanks. You know. And then I'm like, wait, I know that voice. And I look up and it's Colt Cabana. I'm like, ah, shit.
You think he would own the T-shirt company by now? He
I
put
think
Pro Wrestling Tees on the map.
I mean, I think he has some stake in it.
Mm-hmm. But like, yeah. And then it's weird for me too, because like I don't like to bother people or whatever, because I've had my run-ins with pro wrestlers outside of pro wrestling things. And I'm just like, I'm in an airport in fucking Raleigh, North Carolina, home of the freaking Hardys and all those other guys, right? So this is probably pre 9/11.
Yeah.
Well, not. I mean, this is like how I recall time and shit. Was it before 9/11 or after 9/11? So I remember sitting in the airport, just in my little terminal area, waiting for the plane to come in so I can get on and go not fly into buildings. And no shit, Jeff, Matt, and Lita come into the terminal where I am, and they sit one seat away from me. And I'm sitting there like, the fuck? Is this happening? Like, and this is when I didn't hate Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. I was like, fuck, they're right there. And like, I was going to get up and go to the kiosk over there, the little gift shop, and buy a disposable camera, because that's how long ago this was.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, fuck it. They here trying to catch a flight like I am. They just normal people or whatever. And I just sat there, and I had like a big ass Marine Corps sticker on the front of my little carry bag, and I tried to like angle it toward them.
So they would tell you thank you for your service?
Yeah, something, just like to stir up a conversation or something, so they could say something or whatever. And I was just
so we know the Hardys hate the troops. Got it.
Well, that was before tribute to the troops, so they didn't carry yet.
Oh, true. Yes, 9/11 didn't happen yet. You're right. Yeah, 9/11 didn't happen. There's no reason to thank the troops.
Yeah, so I think this would be a good place to put some music.
You are now listening to Random Ramblings with Rob. Yay! Yeah! Yeah!
B to the R, O to you to be. Coming at you with the funny, random rambling. Talking about all the things that'll make that rain day sunny. Yeah, it's hot and popping, fireball dropping. Come get your laugh on, yeah, that's a concept. You know he be rocking, robbing the facts and all of the gossip. It don't matter where you are or who you with. You gotta tune right in. Bring your girl into your girl to bring your friends, be robbery lit. Tune in your crib, in your whip, at your job. He got new shows every Sunday.
Here we go.
Rob, you gotta unmute yourself.
I do this all the time. God damn. I'm a fucking professional, god damn it.
Are you though?
No. Welcome to another edition of the Random Realms with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week or however you listen to podcasts. Hopefully you can hear what the fuck I'm saying because I unmuted my microphone. God damn it. But if you're a new listener, welcome to this shit show. And if you're in the vicinity of anybody that recommended you to me, tell that person thank you by giving them a crisp high five. How we do it, Cass? Yeah, all right. You had it right. So we go down for you. All right. Yeah, but if you're in the vicinity of anybody that recommended you to me, go ahead and give that person a crisp high five. But if you're not in a general vicinity, you can go to your favorite social media app of choice and send them a well-crafted TM. I said TM, goddamn, DM, telling them thank you for recommending you to me. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Rounds with Rob on various social media platforms to include Twitter at 3R Show, RX or whatever the fuck you call it. Instagram at the 3R Show. And if you are one of the fortunate few to see these three handsome young gentlemen right in front of your eyeballs or whatever, you might be watching us on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube by searching 3R Show. And for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to the highly outdated website that's known as randomrob.com. Go to randomrob.com to where you can find many different ways to help support the show and the sponsor, I think, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Go to hooksrub.com to where you can get 15% off your order by using promo code RANDOM. That's 15% off your order at hooksrub.com if you use promo code RANDOM. So you go to randomrob.com, you see shit that I got there, you see my guest list, which these two aren't on because I haven't updated it in a while. But you'll see everybody else. You see Michael Jai White, you see Kiara Hogan, you see a lot of people that I've interviewed or whatnot, and then I met them in person and I was just like, this is awkward. I talked to you on the phone, but I don't know how to approach you in real life because we don't have that digital barrier in front of us, and that's how awkward I am as a person. But anyway, you can do all those things, and now we're going to talk about wrestling again. So Kaz and motherfucking Will Housell are joining me again. If you heard them probably about 3 or 4 episodes back, they had their own individual solo episodes. I got to know them a little bit more. We got to talk about wrestling, and now we talk about more wrestling.
I feel like I should give an update on the major thing that happened in my episode.
Yeah, tell me more.
I didn't meet Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
But from what I was told, the line was so goddamn ridiculous that it almost went out the venue, so there had been no way possible.
Hey, man, where there's a will, there's a way. I believe in you, and I believe your quest will be fulfilled.
And you are a will, so there's always a way.
Yeah. Do y'all got tattoos?
I do not.
Nope. Y'all don't have any?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was about to say that's a good tattoo for you. There's a will, there's a way. You can put it right above you. There can be a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
No? All right. So, Best of Super Juniors and Resurgence and all the things that we're going to talk about New Japan and the surrounding or whatever. I wanted so much so to watch the Under Siege TNA pay-per-view this weekend, but I am kind of on the fence if I want to pay 10 doll hairs to watch this event, being that it has Matt Hardy on it. And y'all know how I feel about that motherfucker. So I don't want to give my money to aid Matt Hardy in his proclivities.
Is he challenging for the world title?
No, he's in a 6-man tag match. With,
he's out here ruining Mike Bailey's career.
Yeah, so it was a 6-man tag in the main event. It was Moose, the world heavyweight champion, with Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, the tag team champions.
Ugh.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. against Broken Matt Hardy, the Ball of Speed Mike Bailey, and Trent the Seventh.
Ugh.
Yeah, so I love Mike Bailey.
Yeah, same.
I love him, but like he's a victim of circumstance right now. It's just like this company is just shoveling shit on top of shit right now.
And he doesn't even give TNA the Veda Scott discount.
Yeah. What are we doing, people? They get rid of Scott D'Amore and they start doing shit like this. But you know what? I tell you something positive out of that pairing, that combination or whatever. Mike Bailey on the low is kind of charismatic. So when they had the build up to the pay-per-view, or their special event is what they call it, because TNA has major events and special events. Under Siege wound up being one of those special events. That's why the event itself only costs $9.99, but their major events cost $39.99. If you don't have their TNA Plus, to where you pay $215 a year, you get all the things. But you have a $9.99 a month thing to where you only get these types of special events and not the pay-per-views. I think you get a small discount, but you still have to pay for the main pay-per-views separately. And that was a plug for TNA. We're not sponsored. But yeah, so the lead up to this special event, Matt Hardy was doing this shtick. You will be ever known as Trent the Seventh, because he's Trent 7, right? And then he was like, he turned the speedball Mike Bailey, and like you should have seen his face. It's like I can't describe it. Maybe somewhere during the course of this conversation, I'll pull up the little clip and I'll play it for you, because I can't do it justice the way Mike Bailey is with his facials and everything. And he's like, so he turned to Mike Bailey and he was like, and you, and Mike Bailey was like, me? Just like mouthing it and shit. He's like, you will be known as the Ball of Speed. And he was like, I was like,
he's trying. He's doing his best.
He's trying to do what he can with this thing. And those of you who might be listening to the audio version of this, check out the YouTube and you can see my facial expressions mimicking his facial expressions. But there were a couple of matches on that card that I wanted to see, like Jake something versus Hammerstone. Two big meaty men slapping meat. I wanted to see that. And then there was I think the Rascals was getting down. So any combination of those people, wrestlings and whatnot, I want to put eyeballs on and whatnot. And the New Japan site is still down. But
Yeah.
well, I'm still on the fence about purchasing this pay-per-view, because like the other ways, if I ride the freaking the high seas or whatever, it's not working for me.
I guess while that was up, could you talk about a different pay-per-view that happened?
Tell me more.
The GCW event that happened with Blake Christian and Danhausen.
Yeah, people were kind of
the stupidest fucking finish.
Tell me more, because I didn't watch it, and I have access to it. I pay for Fight Plus. I'm having a hard time going back to the GCW shows, man.
So Danhausen, everyone's favorite punk ball licker, hasn't been wrestling on Dynamite. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go work indies. And he works GCW, and then he works Blake Christian, the worst GCW champion of all time. Because
is he though?
I mean, let's look at the lineage: Nick Gage, Masha Slamovich, Blake Christian.
Hey, just don't forget Tama Tonga.
Was he a GCW champion?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, the original GCW. Okay, I'm talking like more recent.
I know, more recent.
Even Matt Cardonier, I'd put over.
Hell, Mox.
Oh yeah, Mox. I forgot he was champ. So, like I said, Blake Christian, dog shit. So you got dog shit Blake Christian, and you got Danhausen, and Danhausen wins the title off using a weapon, which is like, okay, whatever, feel good moment, surprise for the audience. And then because Cardoner's hurt, he's the GM now for some reason, because that's what that company needed. So they're like, all right, you used a weapon and cheated, we're going to overturn it. And then Blake Christian uses a weapon and wins. So what are we doing with this company?
Yeah. And then like
someone framed sorry to cut you off. Someone framed it. I saw a tweet the other day where it's like GCW like puts on the coolest match ever, and then the rest of the card's the biggest dog shit you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, that is kind of the tone, but like what I was saying with Matt Cardona and everything, he injects the WWE into the indies and whatnot. So like that's hokey shit that WWE used to do or whatever. You just kind of trying to implement into the indies,
and it stinks.
But it works for him though. Only him. You know, and I'm not mad at like what he do on the indies or whatever. Because
no, I'm fine with that. But it's just like you're doing this hokey GM shit in a company that doesn't need a GM.
But also, I mean, he's probably still their biggest draw, and you got to do something with him.
Mm-hmm. He's the king of the death matches. Damn it!
I mean, he just let him be what the big lipped lady's manager.
Oh, Delander.
Yeah, I couldn't think of her name.
Deamder. You got yams.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, people were up in arms about that, and it is one of those things, I guess. I mean, are you mad at Danhausen being the GCW champion?
I think more the idea of Danhausen winning a world title than I was him losing it immediately back. Danhausen should not be a world champion in 2024.
What about a tag champion?
Fine, whatever. Tag champion. Go him and I don't know, he can go win the NXT tag titles.
What, Danhausen?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be wow, that would be weird. It would be cool for Halloween Havoc, but that's about it.
I mean, I don't need it.
I'm sorry. Well, anything else we want to touch on before we get into the New Japans?
I'm trying to think, is there anything else meaningful that happened?
I mean, hell, we had Backlash.
Well, I figured you'd say that for your main podcast.
Man, they ain't tell the
Oh,
truth.
wait, that's not happening yet, is it? No.
It's just it's the end of this week, right?
Is that this
May
week?
10th. Yeah. May 10th. May 10th. May 10th. Like
You
May
should-
19th.
Should plug that Patreon.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, RBR is dead. It's in the ground. We shoveled dirt on it. We peed on it. All that stuff. We doing the meme to where we lean down with the two fingers. RBR is gone, and in its ashes, arising from the grave, is a Fatal 4 Productions podcast known going forward as Didn't Get All of It. So I just said a lot of words. You might have not got all of that, but we got a new podcast coming out May 10th. It's called Didn't Get All of It. It's the same four guys, and we just going in a new direction or whatever. We already explained the circumstances around why RBR went the way it did, and why we're going in this direction. You have to pay for that. So you go to patreon.com/
Pay me.
RBR Wrestling, which I think maybe by the 10th, it may be down, so you won't be able to hear that episode, and that's lost in the ether forever. But don't fret. If you still want to support the cast and crew, you can go to patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. And for a measly $3 a month, you get exclusive access to our Discord, which I think is well worth the price of admission. Mm-hmm. And you get a whole bunch of bonus content that we can't say what it is right now because we're still kind of curating and working on that. But if you're not down with chatting with your boys and gals and whoever else, non-binary elemental P's, you can just give $1 hair a month just to show your support. And that's all at patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. I think that's right. Can I double check that?
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I'm going to double check it because.
Yeah, and if you join that Discord, you can talk to all three of us whenever you want.
Yeah.
No, I mean, don't talk to me.
Well, yeah, don't talk to Will. You have to. You need a certain tier level in the Patreon to be able to talk.
I'm very mean to you if you talk to me.
This is true. He's terrible.
Mm-hmm. I can verify this. I will use the. Yes, it is Fatal 4 Pod. I will use the verified emoji to verify these statements.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But we keep getting derailed by shenanigans in the wrestling world and everything. But
let's get-
Backlash was a fucking amazing show, just to touch on it very briefly.
Mhm.
They
And
had the best New Japan match this week.
yeah.
That's
Kinda
right.
did.
Tama Tonga.
I like that guy. You like that
Yeah.
guy?
He is an interesting character. I think him and the Usos are going to have the worst tag match of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not excited for whatever music Def Rebel cooks up for them.
I see.
Oh, man.
I really wanted to pay Rocky. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Because
really
ain't nobody realer than Gorilla.
Because it's not like anybody else is using that theme. You know.
Is it
Yeah,
Hikuleo
I mean-
using it?
Yeah, Hikuleo and ELP was using
Are
it.
they still using it?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I can't remember.
Because they're technically
don't-
GOD right now.
I don't pay attention to those matches.
Wow. How can you
Wow.
not respect the aces of the tag division?
The strong tag division. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't give a shit.
The tag division's never been stronger.
It's,
I see what you did
listen, we're gonna get to the strength of the tag division in a minute.
Shout out Bishamon.
Oh yeah,
They're reaching 3 a.m. 10 cozy levels.
I have opinions. But yeah, I didn't catch the show yet, but all the clips I've seen from Backlash, it seemed like it was, especially the crowd was crazy.
And Cody Age is real fun. That's worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say the whole show's worth watching. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, you got some good tag team action going on. Freaking just a whole bunch of shenanigans.
Yeah, we glanced over it with the debut of Tonga Loa.
I was so angry.
You saw he botched his debut.
I saw that. I mean, that's just perfect. That's
That's so on brand.
It's exactly what I wanted.
I was so angry. Soon as I seen his face look up and get that goofy, he didn't even give a menacing grimace to the camera. He was just like,
hey, what's up?
hey guys.
Look, I'm back. You don't remember I was here, but I was back.
Yeah, I told my dad. He's like,
I'm Camacho.
Yeah, my dad's like, what? Like, my dad was losing his mind when I told him I was Camacho.
So as soon as I seen his face, I started posting in the Discord and sending to Cody because Cody was gonna be like, who? And I was like, you don't watch wrestling at all. I was like, yeah, that's Hunico homeboy, and I just started posting pictures of him on the lowrider bike.
That's a classic.
Hunico and Camacho.
They had a Tongan playing a Hispanic.
I mean,
Yes.
they've had Italians playing Muslims, so
Yeah,
Well, I mean, hell, they had a Samoan playing Japanese.
yeah. Listen, it's
as long as the
Shut
color
it
is
down.
there.
Yeah. This is the aesthetic.
Racism.
Yeah, I play white all the time. Look at me. Look how bright I am.
Yeah, I can see it.
I ain't saying a damn thing. You two can do that all you want.
He doesn't want to get canceled. He's a coward.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we had, I'm trying to pull up the freaking card.
Did you
here.
guys? I didn't get to listen last week. Did you talk about Jake Lee?
Briefly.
Yes. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought it was a contract thing, but I forgot about the All Together show.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's making the jump. And then I was like, oh, yeah, All Together.
Isn't he free? I think he's a free agent.
I don't know what is. I mean, he's still working the Noah shows. I mean, but I don't know what his contract is. I assume he's going to end up being G1.
Oh.
But hold on. I don't. Tell me more about that. Drill down on that. I need. Let me know about your disdain because I'm not.
Listen, I was during a good period of time. I was watching a lot of All Japan and Noah. During that time where New Japan was in a bit of a lull, I was getting sick of the Elite and all that bullshit. And during this time, Jake Lee was pushed as this, he's gonna be the next up and coming guy. He's gonna be. I'm trying to think what's the equivalent in the WWE world.
LA Knight.
I was about to say LA Knight, but
Yeah.
the crowd doesn't love him like they like LA Knight. So it's like I can't even say him. And at least LA Knight can cut a decent promo.
Yeah.
Would you go? Would you go gender?
No, even like I don't hate Jinder that much. It's like Jake Lee just doesn't have it. I don't know what they see in him.
See, I feel like he's their Sonata.
Very boring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fair. But at least Sonata took him years to figure it out. Jake Lee's wearing a monocle now. What the fuck?
What? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I seen you wearing a funny hat, but I didn't know he had a monocle.
And a monocle.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Fucking asshole. This is what we're doing.
Hey, Jake Lee sounds like my type of guy now.
Going through the Marty Scurll bag.
Oh, you might have found it in the backstage area or something. But real quick, I mean, I'm looking at this card now. I finally got it pulled up. The Backlash card was only 5 matches.
The perfect number.
And it seemed like it was just rocking and rolling. I mean, there was nothing under. What the shortest match was 13 minutes and 10 seconds.
Was that the woman's tag?
That was the triple threat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but first on the card we had the Bloodline, consisting of Sokola, and Tama Tonga versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And they had a tag team street fight. This was I think it was called on the card or whatever.
Yeah, because they started brawling, and then Nick Aldis like, "Oi, we're not going to do that." And then they made it into a street fight.
That's how he sounded.
Yeah,
they're all the same.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't wrestle anymore. He cocked his knee pretty bad. Next
all right.
was
now.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
It's a triple threat match for the women's world title, WWE Women's Championship, or whatever. So many goddamn belts. Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton. I wanted Tiffany Stratton to win.
She will eventually.
Yeah, I think she will.
I think they're going to do. I think Bayley. I think Bayley Naomi singles is next first though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I she performed. She did very well in this, and like I was behind her, and I was just like, yeah, do that shit and win. But you know, Bayley eked it out with like a real no shit flash pin. It was just like out of nowhere, and people were saying this ending was flat, but like that's the nature of the thing. I mean, wins should come out of nowhere unless it's big finish type deal.
Did you see the other week that people were trying to cancel Tiffy for her political views?
No.
Yeah, because people found her old like pro-Trump tweets.
Oh.
Do you think that's why she gravitated towards Ludwig Kaiser so quickly?
Oh no. Blonde hair, blue eyes?
Yeah. The most Aryan looking motherfucker in the world.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. Let's not put that out into the air or whatever. Next, we had Damian Priest versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm tired of the yeet. I'm tired of yeet.
You don't want to yeet on yourself?
No, first of all, don't ever say it to me ever again. Second of all, I'm just tired. It was annoying during Mania weekend, which I get it. Whatever, people want to do all their dumb little chants, but it's like I feel like Jay's become a Flanderization of himself, where he has no character outside of the yeet.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like I'm just gonna do yeet and that's it.
Well, I mean that's a tale as old as time in professional wrestling, man. If you find a lane and it works for you, man, you kind of ride that bitch till the wheels fall off. Look at Chris Jericho.
Which one?
Oh yeah, the learning tree.
Yes, the learning tree.
Yeah, all right, the learning tree. Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Hey, he had a fun match with Shibata this week. I'll give him that.
Did he though?
Yeah, that was fun.
For who?
For me.
Oh, okay. We'll just leave it at that.
Outside of Shibata losing, yeah, it was fun.
It had one good spot. The trash can spot was very good.
Yeah, the memes to come from that.
Jericho staring into the trash can.
Yeah, Jericho staring at himself in the mirror.
I've seen double here, 4 Chris Jerichos.
Oh man. Yeah, sorry, son of a bitch. The match was pretty good. I always cringe when I see the Razor's Edge or whatever, or the Outsider's Edge or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just like they fall in blind or whatever. You can't see the ground coming and shit. And I'm just like,
Especially remember when Hernandez used to do it?
The border toss. Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
And he would just chuck you. When Gail Kim took it, remember that?
Oh my God. He tossed her clear across the ring. And she rolled up in the corner. It's not funny, but it like she's all right now. She's a functioning lady.
Yeah,
so
fine.
it's okay.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, and then Ethan Page had the Eagles Edge too, which is similar or whatever. And like I oh boy, I did not like any of that shit.
That's what when the tag titles in NXT with Danhausen, Ethan Page.
Yeah, because he got released or he asked for his
release. Asked for his release and he got cut finally. They can buy all their toys together.
Yeah. Him, Matt Cardona, and Danhausen, they could be a staple.
Bunch of toy perverts.
Let's not put that out there either.
This is why you can't have me on here because I just say a bunch of dumb shit.
But like, any thoughts on that you saw? Did you watch that, Will? Because
I did. It was cool. I thought it was fun. They're clearly building to the priest face turn. So
yeah, like I mean, Triple H era stuff or whatever. We starting to see things happening in the background. Subtle things. To lead to bigger story shits later. So like people getting interviewed, and in the background you see Dominic and Liv Morgan coming out of a locker room together and shit or whatever. So that's leading to speculation there of something that could be coming up later.
Like that Zendaya movie.
Hey, not opposed. But like also like a small thing in this match that I noticed, it could have been some other things that people might have said, but Damian Priest, although adorned in freaking Judgment Day garb, whatnot, wearing the purple highlighted stuff or whatever, his little purple rag in the back of his pants was not purple, it was red. Isn't
that a thing in the gay community?
Hey, I don't know, and I can't speculate on it or whatever. I don't want to quote the wrong thing, say the wrong stuff, so I don't know. but like it's usually the rag in his back pocket, like especially with like Finn and the rest of those other guys, it would be purple, representing the Judgment Day. His is the only different one. His is red, so it's just like you're looking it up. Fuck. What did you find?
A person flagging with a red bandana in their right back pocket indicates they're a bottom that wants to be fisted.
Oh God, that's horrible. But if you like it, that's you. If you like it, that's you.
Shout out bisexual Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's another thing that got going around the Indies as well. The Indies, whatever the fuck. They also I think Rhea Ripley started calling them baby girl. They're fucking weirdos, man. God damn it.
I mean, they travel together, might as well.
Yeah, whatever. But it's just like, I mean, he dating Lana now.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's wild too. Wrestlers are weird, man. I love them all. All of them, except for Chris Jericho, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe. Who am I missing? I know y'all know who I hate as well.
I'm trying to think who you left out.
But those are the top four right there.
Wow. Yeah. So he loves Marty Scurll. He loves Velveteen Dream. Wow.
Oh, okay. So we're not doing that. Wow. We're not doing that. Don't put me on that shit.
You should put on the shirt I sent you.
No, Cody has it. He can put it on.
Oh my God, he does.
It's funny thing. I was going to make that joke too, and then I was like, no, that's too mean. And then Will just did it.
Mm-hmm. I hate you. You can go. You can get in the same car with them, and you can ride to Everest. God damn it! But anyway, let's move on. Shit, we just getting to the fourth match on this card. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, which they haven't named themselves yet, but they're now an official tag team because they beat the Kabuki Warriors to become the women's tag team champions.
All right, what do we name him?
The Stormiest. The Storm EST. I don't know. The Strongest. I don't know. It has to have something with EST or some shit. I don't know. I know together with Naomi, they call themselves the Big Three. So I don't know what is this like the smaller two? I don't know, or the bigger two because she.
Wouldn't Jade be the big?
Yeah. I mean, they both look diesel as fuck in this match or whatever. I mean, Bianca was like, "God damn it, I'll be standing next to you. I gotta do some more work." But like, it was a cool match. I mean, Asuka and Kyrie,
hard carry job.
Yeah, God bless them or whatever. Just from the entrance alone, when Jade and freaking Bianca came out, they was both dancing on the side of the ring to the other people's theme music and shit, which is funny as fuck to me. But yeah, Jade. People saying Jade was a little bit exposed here or whatnot. She had a couple of hiccups within this match or whatnot, missing a couple spots, cues, or whatever you want to call that. But you know, I don't hold that so much against her. The hints.
So are you saying that 6 months to train her up didn't do any good?
I mean, all right. So you train for 6 months. You didn't train 6 months for this particular match, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what? I mean, what? I mean,
I'm just saying she doesn't look any different than she did in AEW.
She was getting dropped on her head by Drew Gulak too many times.
Listen, guy. But like, I don't know, man. I don't hold that shit against her. I mean, because it could be a number of things. It could mean not so much that she wasn't trained properly or whatever, or she's not getting the grasp of it. It could be jitters or whatever. I mean, she's been on the big stage, but she hasn't been on the stage this fucking big. And that crowd in fucking France, my God, they were shaking the arena. They were shaking the cameras. It was just like, then they're gonna come back to the United States and we're gonna be like, what?
Oh,
Yeet. What?
I would not be opposed to running all the shows overseas at this point.
I think France should buy WWE and just keep it there.
Let's sell to the Saudis, and they're just an international company now.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, I mean, it was fine. The writing is on the wall for me as to where like I knew this was going to happen as soon as they paired these peoples together, to where these set of women were going to win the tag titles, which is going to eventually lead to some, you know, they're going to gel pretty well, you know, still kind of help Jade get her feet up under her and whatnot. Then there's going to be a split. Then they're going to feud. It's going to be awesome or whatever. So it is what it is. The main event, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. And it was a hoot.
It was good. They had a very fun little stuff.
Damn near 30 minutes.
Yeah. Cody kicked out of a burning hammer.
Mm-hmm.
The same day, Kenta tweets out, "Hey, is anyone a fan that pays tribute to us out there?" Did you see that tweet?
I did, yes.
And then I thought it was hilarious that they do. All right, let's do a burning hammer kick out spot.
Did he kick out at 1?
He kicked out at 1.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like also AJ Styles wished the Bullet Club a happy anniversary during the pre-press conference.
Oh, that was something we forgot to mention. The New Japan references throughout the night.
Yeah. So commentary was thick with them shits. He was freaking bringing up Tongaloa and damn, I'm getting them all. Yeah, he was there. Tongaloa and Tamatonga, how many times they won tag team championship gold.
They said Tamo was the never open weight champion. Mm-hmm. He said he had classics against Shinto and Evil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the fact that Evil got a name drop on a WWE show is
hey, his wife works there. It's okay.
I didn't think they were still together. I thought they broke up a while.
No, he was at Mania this year.
Who that?
Was he?
Yeah.
Who is old lady?
Oh, Io. Io.
I didn't know that.
I could have sworn I heard that, but maybe not. I could have heard wrong.
No,
that makes sense. Since when they were there, when he was there.
It's a small world after all.
Why? Because he's Asian? Wow, problematic to cock size shame.
No, I was just saying that like wrestling is a small world, but okay. That was Backlash, everybody.
Oh, sweet Jesus. This is why I've been on 4 times and you've only been on once.
Thanks.
Okay, let's get to
Goddamn chaos.
let's get to the
Let's
good
talk
shit.
about this. Yeah, please. And thank you.
All right, we got Dantaku night 1. We're just gonna hit the big stuff because the undercard doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr., Jeff Cobb, TV title. Fist
Yeah.
ruled.
Will, did you get to put eyeballs on that?
No, I missed this one.
All right, so it was a good match.
Mhm.
It went the way that I wanted it to go,
Yes.
but it got there in an interesting way.
Mhm.
So we know Zack Sabre Jr. as being a technical wizard or whatever. It's, evasion artist, escape artist, just a submission magician, similar to Shayna Baszler and whatnot. But the story they told here was the opposite. He was doing more he was adapting to Jeff Cobb style by using Jeff Cobb style in certain aspects and whatnot, showing that he had a little bit of power in his scrawny frame and whatnot. And Jeff Cobb took the opposite as well, as doing more Zack Sabre-esque type moves and whatnot. So he did display his power still because he's a big beefy boy, but he took a more technical route going into this match or whatever, and it worked pretty goddamn well. And
Yeah,
shit, so-
they mesh really well. I could have watched another 20 minutes of that match.
yes.
I mean, like you said, I think part of the way Zach's wrestling is, I feel like it's setting him up for the G1 to show that he's got more than just that.
Versatility.
Yeah, and Cobb's a legit like Olympic wrestler, so I mean, he has that in his arsenal. He just doesn't use it as often. But it was neat to see him do it. But yeah, I thought those two. Yeah, I hope they get in the same block in the G1 again. So I'd love to see that match again.
Are we expecting a big G1 again this year?
Like as far as
big as far as like some
like-
outsiders or some
Well,
bigger.
they did the 4
names?
blocks last year. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be 4 blocks for him.
so I'm guessing on the
that's-
outsiders.
Because like, I was listening to Super J Cast, and they said it's pretty much guaranteed 4 blocks. And the crazy thing is they're basically having to replace 7 people from last year, who are mostly big names. And
Yeah.
I'm very curious who they're gonna get, because I mean I feel like they've got to like I said, I feel like Jake Lee's gonna be in it because you want to have another Noah guy in it like you've been doing. But
Yeah.
I'm very curious who else ends up getting in.
How many AEW reps do we get?
I mean, we didn't.
I say a minimum of 2.
I mean, we got.
I want TNA representation as well.
I think I think TNA representation is more likely than AEW, because we don't have anybody from AEW in Best Super Juniors.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But I mean, Mox is a world champion, so I feel like that he's a given. In the G1.
I do not. I don't think Mox is champion by G1.
Really?
I think he drops it because I think he drops it on the what is this tour called? I think they renamed it to the Soul Tour. There's a big show right before the G1. I think he drops it for there. I don't.
But they announced the G1 guy so far out, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious because I can't imagine them just having Mox be gone for that long.
I mean, I can. Mox
Yeah,
is
they're not doing
Mox is in
anything.
the focus right now.
Mhm.
Mox. Last time we saw Mox, he was in the tag division.
Maybe. I mean, you can convince me either way. My guess is that he's dropped. I think I said it last show. I think he drops it back to Naito before the G1.
You know, they should do some sicko shit. Get Adam Copeland in the G1.
Ugh.
I mean,
I don't know about all that.
I know, but it'd be awful. I love it.
Yeah, hey, I'm all down for some chaos.
Yeah.
Blood for the chaos. Yeah. But I don't know how I feel about that. Hell, man, I mean, we just had some stuff that we're going to talk about here. Ziggler or whatever, which his name was called Ziggler on commentary during a New Japan show. And he was like, oops, my bad. But
Do you think so? I mean, the speculation is, do you think he dropped it because he won the AAA title?
I feel like he dropped it more because he's going to be doing more TNA than anything else.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That just makes more sense to me. That whole AAA thing is weird. I don't know how that happened.
I wonder if either him or Weirdo are going to be in the G1.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of getting to. But yeah, I wonder if he would be in the G1. That would be a cool sight to see.
It'd be interesting. I don't want Riddle there, but
No, I mean neither. But they like him, so.
So hold on. I know me and Cass briefly talked about it or whatever, but what's the hate with Riddle?
He's a piece of shit.
Okay. Enough said.
I don't know what more you want. Good ring talent, but it's like
that's about all I said too.
Yeah. I mean, like in the same vein, Darby would probably be my number one all time if you weren't a piece of shit.
I feel like Darby's. I don't know if matured is the right word. Not sucked as much. I feel like it's maybe better.
I mean, it's like he's never had reprimanded or for any of the accusations, and the only reason he got out of them was because an alleged text.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're accusations until they're substantiated. So, I mean, that's the thing that sucks about things. Anyway.
Suji Finley. Did you see this from B-Rob?
Yes. I watched all 6 of the matches that you recommended.
Okay, good deal.
Prior to, so I got to put eyeballs on them.
Yeah, this feels like the match we didn't get in New Japan Cup that we were imagining that we were going to get for the final.
Yeah, so it was kind of like revenge for Finley.
And I thought they both looked good. I thought it was the match you expect them to have. I mean, it's not some barn burner 5-star or anything like that, but it was a good solid match. I thought they both looked good.
What I appreciated from this match, and you talked about this so much, just like they're trying hard to make Finley a top guy for whatever reason, in which, I mean,
because
they give it
that's Gato's fetish. If he needs at least one European twink to be the top heel every year, when one leaves, the next one comes in.
But they could have picked someone better, like Drilla Maloney, maybe.
He'll be up next when Finley leaves for wherever.
NXT.
Where the fuck Finley? Finley's not leaving.
He can team with his brother in NXT.
Yeah, the Finleys. They love to fight. Oi.
Sure, so you have fun with that. That'll be a.
No, but like they're trying to. Me and Cass talked about it. They're trying to build him to be this big thing or whatever, and it's just not working in that aspect to where, like,
I mean,
if you want him to be the big thing, why you don't have him going toward the big title? You have him openly saying on your television, your programming, that I don't want that world title. I want that global shit because it was made for me. Stupid shit like that. I was like, nah, big people don't do shit like that.
And it's like we said, like you said, Joel Maloney. I say Gabe Kidd. There's 2 guys in his faction that feel more important than him.
Yeah. And Gabe Kidd kind of proved that to me.
Oh,
in this match that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But this one here, Finley surprised me with his strength because he was tossing Yoda Tsuji around like he was a fucking little child. I mean, like power bombs, freaking the suplex toss that he started to adapt, just like getting
climbing the rope with him on top of him. Yeah,
just like wow. I didn't know he had it in him.
Small man.
Yeah, he's 6 foot tall. Yeah, right. How the fuck you gonna be 6 foot tall and he just like a mountain? I don't get it. New Japan need to work on their height chart. Him and Kevin Knight, 6 feet tall. Yeah, right.
Yeah, not a chance no. Yeah, I think it's set Finley up for later. Because next we have Nick Nemeth and Hiroshi Tanahashi for the global title.
How was this? Because this sounded like dog shit when I heard about this.
It's exactly what you imagine it's going to be.
Is Tana washed?
Yeah.
Tana is washed and dried off and ready to put in the hamper.
So he's in the G1. Got it.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what?
Yes, he's going to be in the G1 because they don't have the numbers for him not to be, but it's going to suck.
I mean, they have Oleg.
He'll probably be in.
Yeah, Oleg is Oleg the one that's the freaking
the 6-man tag title?
Yeah,
yeah.
All right. So I feel that Tanahashi, who's given so much to this company and professional wrestling as a whole, is having a hard time letting go. as is Matt Hardy, as is Jeff Hardy, and some of those other motherfuckers. But like, he's in a weird situation because he's like the man, like he's legit people's bosses and everything, and he's kind of hard for him to make that transition from doing the thing that he loved for so long to sitting behind a desk booking matches and whatnot. But I hopefully and I firmly believe that this may be his last year, and he's just gonna hit the rounds and do all the major things one more time. Then he's gonna go sit his ass behind that desk and just be away from that.
Yeah.
So,
I think I said it last show. I think it'd make a lot of sense. This next Wrestle Kingdom is where he ends it. I think that makes a lot of sense. And
career on a pole match.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Now, I mean, we bring that up. Who if this next Wrestle Kingdom legit is Tanahashi's last in ring performance, who do you think it should be against?
I'm sure.
What?
No, thank you.
What'd you say?
It's a Masahiro Chono, but no, we got Chono's last in-ring appearance with Muda, so we're good.
Yeah, when Muda said "fuck Naito,"
what a beast!
I still want to believe that was not planned.
A shoot? Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that shit wasn't planned at all. I can tell.
Oh God,
who should retire Tanahashi?
Naito was in the back, like fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people going to say, bring Okada back one more time, do that. But
that would be good.
Shibata.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty evident New Japan doesn't want to work with Shibata ever again. But
I know. I didn't think about this. It's a former rival of Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm.
He's a New Japan legend.
Mm-hmm.
He's a former Intercontinental champion.
Billy Gunn.
No, not there yet. Are we putting together the pieces yet?
Yes.
That's
right. You're going to take a right turn, but
that's right. The Painmaker.
No.
No, thank you.
No, God, no.
No,
Don't even, why would you put that out there? Why would you do that?
He come out with his bat
because he's a bad person.
His fedora and his spiky jacket.
You want freaking soup sandwich Jericho to get with goddamn bow and arrow knee, goddamn Tanahashi, and no, we're not doing that. Yeah, Shinsuke would be cool. I mean, he already retired or worked to retire tour for Muda, so I mean, let me go do that shit.
Greatest match against MJF.
Honestly, if I feel like my preference would be is one of the young guys. Let one of them retire him. Get a notch like that under somebody.
Or that doesn't work for me, brother.
Well, it'd be nice if one of these old guys would put somebody the fuck over.
No, but it's funnier than they don't.
It'd be nice if Tana was like, "I'm not Okada. I'll put somebody over."
Yeah, Sting didn't even do it.
Well, Sting wanted to.
Yeah, Sting wanted to take on. It was the right choice. He didn't.
Yeah, that's the one time it's been the right call.
Stone Cold.
So well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's not dwell on it.
Yeah. So the match ended. Nemeth beats Tana. And then Finley comes out and jumps him.
Yeah.
Which sets up for a match the next night that was not previously booked, where Finley will have a shot at the global title. And let's get to that second night, Dontaku Night 2. I didn't put this one on your list, but we can talk about it for just a minute. The heavyweight tag titles.
Bishamon, I looked at it and I was like, nah, skip.
Yeah, Bishamon of Goto and Yoshihashi loses the titles back to Chase Owens and Kenta.
What?
Yeah.
What?
We thought it was over. We thought the nightmare was done. And now they're back on Chase Owens and Kenta.
Whoa, I didn't see. Wow, that's weird. You think something like that would have popped across my timeline or something?
QAnon has conquered Bishamon once again.
Listen, Bishamon deserves better. We deserve better. Those titles deserve better. And I don't know.
I feel like this is the most stagnant these belts have been in a while.
Oh, it's and after the match, Team DK and God 2.0 come out, and it looks like they're going to do some sort of 4-team something
Again,
at some point. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have nothing else to do.
I mean, I guess that maybe they're going to.
remember when Tana and Okada said they were going to challenge for the tag belts?
Yeah,
And how exciting that was.
that
And then they never did.
Nope. I'm guessing, because CMDK has the strong tag titles, that they might end up merging them.
All the strong titles are props at this point, anyways. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wouldn't mind TMDK winning the tag belts, just as something different than the same teams that have been winning them back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to
we know it's not going to be GOT because Hikulea's got one foot out the door.
Give it to 10 Cozy. Fuck it.
Well, that's what I was saying to B-Rob last time I was on. When was the last time we even saw Tenzan? I couldn't tell you.
I'm curious. Let me check Cage Match.
Kojima's been doing MLW, and I couldn't tell you last time we saw Tenzan or Makabe.
Will is our guy in the chair.
I feel like the only guy that's been around a little bit is Hanma.
Tenzan's last match was a challenging for the GHC tag titles with Kojima.
When was
that? Was yesterday.
So they're just randomly popping up on a Noah show.
Yeah, they were.
But Gato's not letting them anywhere near the New Japan shows anymore. That's great.
Oh, Ninja Mac lost the hardcore title. Oh no! I'm looking at this card now.
Well, you got to get the belt off of pre G1, I guess.
Is this the show Minoru Suzuki came back to?
I'm like 2 shows back on Noah, so I'm not.
That was like I saw that announcement. I had PTSD seeing Suzuki on a Noah graphic.
Just wild. I mean, what else we had?
Then we move on to Shingo and Gabe Kidd.
Now
and the Never title is back.
Yeah,
I like all the people that are like, "Oh, he's in a Kobashi jacket," and then Twitter like, "No, I wore Dr. Death."
It did look more Dr. Death than Kobashi. Yeah.
Did you see it? Do you follow his likes on X?
He's a proud man.
Yeah, he is. Dude rocks.
Family has a type.
Yeah, he likes a lot of likes.
It's basically you in the cowboy hats only section.
Yeah. You don't have to be lonely at cowboysonly.com.
No, this like I said, the Never title's back. This match ruled. I would say this, for me, this is the best match of the weekend for as far as New Japan goes. I mean, it's exactly what you wanted from the Never title. I mean, it's this big, hard-hitting, bruising, just 2 dudes beating the shit out of each other for 20-some-odd minutes.
Yeah, Gabe Kidd actually looks like he's buffing up, like
he does,
bigger and everything. But he brought that shit to Shingo, and Shingo, good on him for selling the way he did or whatever, because he made me believe that Gabe Kidd was fucking him up, and he probably was, but goddamn.
Well, that's what, like I said it before on here. Shingo is really good at making people look like $1 million. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if he's winning or losing. His match is gonna feel like it was a war, because that's the way he loves to wrestle. And it always looks good. He's always going to be a guy who can get people over. And I thought he made Gabe. I mean, Gabe made himself look good, but I thought Shingo really helped him.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have been surprised if Kidd walked away with that title.
No, it wouldn't have surprised me either. I mean, I feel like some of these young guys are going to have to start walking away with some titles at some point.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be like that. Don't do that to me.
Move over, new stars.
Yeah. What is this?
That's who should be in the G1. Paul White.
He's like, this isn't New Japan. This is old Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a meme like that. Hold on. It wasn't Cody, but it was Kenta Kobashi. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. And then it lead up to our main event, right?
We still got the
oh yeah,
match that was built for from the night before is Nick Nemeth and David Finlay for the global title.
Yeah, that's the last one, ain't it?
No, it's got
What was it?
the world,
What I
the world
missed?
title. Mox
World
and,
title?
and
Oh
Mox
yeah,
and Marina.
I'm goofy.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Yeah.
Of course.
This could have been the main event.
It could have. Yeah. It was another good showing by Finlay.
Yeah.
And I thought I really liked the Ishii match with Nemeth, but I think this is probably the better match.
Mhm.
I think that's probably his best match in New Japan.
Yeah, Ishii has like a lot of good power spots or whatever, but like he's showing his age just a little bit too.
He is.
So, but I mean, he's handling it a lot better than some people.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I thought both of them looked good. I thought they worked well together. This, as far as the match goes, it was good. As far as Finlay ends up beating Nemeth. I don't know
Shillelagh shot.
Yeah. So the global title is back on David Finlay after 2 months of it being on a couple different people, and I don't feel like it did anything for the title. I don't feel like it raised it any. I feel like we're kind of just back where we were 2 months ago, basically.
Yeah, like, and I said that when they debuted those new that's the junior heavyweight titles, right? The white ones.
The what? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I seen when they debuted them shits, I was like, oh yeah, Bullet Club got all them shits because I mean the aesthetic is there. It's like Finlay with the global and the War Dogs with the freaking the goddamn
the
twins.
all white stable with all white titles.
Yeah, exactly right.
They have Kenta and
he lives in Florida. He's white now.
No.
Yeah, but that's wild. So, what Bullet? Is it safe to say Bullet Club has most of the titles?
Let's see.
I think so.
They have the heavyweight and the junior tag belts. They have the global belt. Who has the show has the junior title, and House of Tortures is still technically Bullet Club. So the majority, yeah.
Bullet Club runs the gambit again, right around time for the anniversary.
Yeah.
There, I sent the meme. It's on Discord.
Oh. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, it looks really compressed. Holy shit.
If you want to join in on that, go to the Fatal 4 Pod Discord.
Yeah. Also, I mean, that's a free section as well. Y'all can get in on that.
What happens in there? Should I click that? They're perverts in there?
You can go look.
Then we get main events.
Okay, yeah. You posted the weird. Okay, yeah.
I am the pervert. I am the table.
Dear God. All right, yeah. Main event for Dontaku Night 2. John Moxley, Ren Narita, IWGP Heavyweight title.
It was all right. Ren Narita's starting to look unfamiliar to me in the face.
Yeah, I mean, he's changing his look. I mean, he's getting... Well, he doesn't look as much like just a child anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a House of Torture match.
That's who Triple H should sign next.
Do
House
what?
of Torture?
Yeah, just sign all the cock torture guys. That's who we need in the bloodline.
There you go. There you go, Will. Top right corner.
Perfect.
Well, no, we don't want to do that damn.
What? In the name of
What's
God?
happening?
Yeah, the Google is taking over. Playing music and shit.
Audio.
Fuck it. All right, let me
Audio
audio jungle.
Oh,
You don't want to stop either.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Google, stop it.
get some help.
Where was it? Yeah, no, this was a good match. I thought Mox let Narita get a lot of stuff in. I thought he let him look pretty, not like overly
heavy on the House of Torture.
Yeah.
I mean, he got jumped in the get-go. They freaking handcuff Shooter. to himself and, you know, drug him off into the darkness or whatever. Then he got jumped, he got beat up, he got jumped, he got beat up. And then they started the match. Then there was more shenanigans involved in that. And then finally, Desperado came out from the freaking announce table and helped. And then later on, more shenanigans. Then Shooter comes flying out of the back, free of the cuffs because Desperado freed him from the cuffs. And more match happened.
Yeah. And then Mox ends up overcoming the odds and winning. So yeah, you know, it was, as far as House of Torture matches, fine. You know, it's like I said, it's always diminishing returns the longer it's gonna go on. But I don't know what to do with any of them.
They should put Dick Togo in the G1.
Please no.
No, let's not do that.
I'm hoping Evil's the only one that she won.
Yujiro probably.
Yeah, Yujiro always there. He's a staple.
And we gotta
have the.
They gotta fill spots.
Yeah, him and Bunny. Him and
You know, Okada's gone. You gotta fill spots.
Yeah. So far, since winning the IWGP World Heavyweight Title, he's went up against Will Hobbs, freaking Ren Narita, coming up on a Shooter here pretty soon. And they're teasing Takeshita, which I am very excited about.
That's interesting because Takeshita is a DDT guy.
Yeah, but he's also an AEW guy.
He is, but and I'm curious where they would do the match.
Forbidden Door.
I mean, probably indoors.
Yeah,
yes.
that would be interesting. I mean, that would be a great match.
They could do it in a Walmart parking lot. I don't give a fuck. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, like Heidenreich versus Alabama Doink.
Yes.
Do you guys watch that for the Patreon?
Have you ever seen that match, B-Rob?
No, I never knew it existed.
Okay. We're gonna have to watch that in the Discord at some point.
Fuck it, let's do it right after this.
Alabama Doink
versus Heidenreich.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. You continue.
Oh, dude, rest in peace, Alabama Doink.
Oh God. Yeah, there's absolutely a niche for us to do some of that in the Discord with just these classic ridiculous matches.
Oh, it's the first one that popped up.
Better.
Listen, I was pitching Joe versus Necro. I'm pitching this instead.
Oh, but Joe versus Necro at least is a.
Oh, it's Golden Corral.
Close enough.
That's even better.
Oh yeah, as soon as this show is over, we're gonna go watch it in the Discord.
Oh, wonderful.
And you can be a part of that viewing if you go to patreon.com/Fatal4Pod.
You should tell everyone else in the Discord ahead of time.
Oh, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, while you're doing that, that's them. That's not Taku. I mean, and just a couple things to hit before we get to Best Super Junior because that'll take up a little bit more of our time. Between the only things between now and Best Super Juniors is Resurgence out in California, and the big matches from that show. It's like you said, Mox and Shota for the title. And that's one of those matches that it'll be.
What's the timestamp on this? So we need about 30 more minutes.
108, yeah.
All right, 30 more minutes. All right.
Yeah, Mox Shota. I mean, he's going to let him get some shine in that match. It's going to be really fun. And then Eddie Kingston, Gabe Kidd for the strong open weight title in a last man standing, no rope match.
I think Gabe Kidd taking that off.
I think so.
Sense. Yeah.
And that's just going to be
Shingo and Gabe Kidd was the litmus test for Gabe Kidd to go up against freaking Eddie Kingston or whatever. I think I think they had a match together, Shingo and Eddie, but like, yeah, but I think
that was a G1.
Yeah.
So I think out of the two, I think this will be somewhat of a bigger test for Kidd over Shingo.
Yeah. Yeah, those are two big matches on that show. And then the only other thing we got between now and then is All Together, and it's just the big everybody come together, New Japan, Noah, all Is All Japan has somebody on the card. Big Japan's got representation. Dragon Gate. I think DDT does as well.
DDT.
They should have a Uganda.
That'll be next year.
Yeah, soft ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few interesting matches on it. And, you know, if you feel like looking up the card, then go ahead. But I mean, there's only one singles match on it, and the rest of it's just multi-man tags. But it'll just be fun matches, everybody getting their stuff in, and I think it's pretty much an all charity. I think most of the money's going to charity. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be a fun show. But
the charity is me for my eyeballs.
yeah, it'll be an entertaining show. But let's get to the big thing of the week because on Saturday, we start Best Super Juniors, one of the most fun tournaments of the year.
Yes.
I want the All-Star Junior Festival come back.
You have another cheesesteak ladder match.
Yeah.
And then in Best Super Juniors,
that was the American version, by the way. The Japanese version was the shit.
I don't even know the lineup. Let me look up the lineup.
Yeah, I'll read it out to you. I got it right here. So on the A block, we have
A blocker.
Will's favorite non-New Japan entrant of this year, Blake Christian.
Fuck you. All right, go on.
Bushi.
Huh?
Clark Connors. El Desperado. Representing Pro Wrestling Noah, Hayata.
Yeah. So I got the ping on Discord.
Kevin Knight, Kosei Fujita, Teton, TJP, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And that is your A block. And then over in B block, we have Doki. We got Doki. We got representing Dragon Gate as a late replacement for Ryusuke Taguchi is Dragon Dia. We got Drilla Maloney. Francesco.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Francesco Akira.
Those two together are going to be wild.
Very much. Hiromu Takahashi. Replacing Yo is Kushida.
Which is wild that Kushida wasn't in the tournament to begin with.
Yeah, because doing TNA shit.
I guess
he just took on Jonathan Gresham in the Under Siege show that I was talking about.
Yeah, his new shitty little Muda cosplay.
You don't like Jonathan Gresham either?
I don't like groomers, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he had pets.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got a lot of animals.
He pumps her like you would feed a purebred pit bull, so.
Jesus Christ.
Like Latter-day Saints.
Okay, we're also in B block. B-Rob's favorite for the tournament, Ninja Mac.
Hell yeah. And that's not sarcastically. I love that dude.
Yes, he does. Robbie Eagles making his return.
That should be Robbie E, not Robbie Eagles, honestly.
And then rounding it out is Sho and Taiji Ishimori. So it's a pretty solid couple blocks. And over this weekend, I've done this guy right here. The B block. Yeah, I've done this three times. I've filled out 3 different versions of this because my first version I got a little crazy and it was late.
I had all the white people winning.
No, I had Fujita winning.
What? Yeah, that's what I want.
What the fuck?
I kind of want that.
I talked myself into a Watto thing from last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've come to my senses a bit. So I have.
Is either for me?
Oh my God, there it is.
Like you while you bullshitting, you was talking about you wanted Vegeta, or you came up with Vegeta as your results or whatever. I legit want him to win this, but
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Looking at the field and whatnot, I have 2 picks. It's either Vegeta or Drilla. That's my 2.
See, I feel like that's a hard pick when you have Hiromu in the same block.
Yeah,
I feel like Hiromu's a guaranteed
Hiromu
Final
got the trap
Four.
card.
See, I don't have Hiromu in my Final Four. I have him just outside of it.
When's the last time he didn't make the Final Four?
It's been a while, but it's got to happen at some point.
Been a while.
My,
And then,
my,
you know, so I mean, in the fantasy world, this is my Final Four. I got Teton, Vegeta, goddamn Driller, and fucking Ninja Mac. In the fantasy world, that's mine.
yeah. Because there's a few matches I'm really looking forward to. Like, I really think that
Anybody that opposes Ninja Mac is gonna be
those are going to be interesting
fucking
matches because his style is a little different than everybody else's. But that Bushi Teton match, I think, will be really good.
Kevin Knight and Teton. That's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
Desperado and Teton is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I'm saying all the shit that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that was the next one I was going to go too. Also, I'm really interested in. I've heard a lot of good things about Dragon Dia.
Yeah, Dragon Dia is super fun, but sorry to cut you off. The last time Hiromu wasn't in the finals, 2017, where he was active.
Okay.
The other year he wasn't active, he was injured, but it was also a multi-tie. They had 8 points with multiple other people, so
I think that was my first year. That was my first Best Super Juniors. I think actually 17. But yeah, I think this is the year. I have at a B block. I got Ishimori and Show coming out. I have Hiromu coming just outside of it.
I don't even want to speculate. I told you who I want. God damn it.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
I
know it's not. Outsiders never win, so
yeah.
I can already eliminate Ninja Mac.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I can already eliminate Teton.
See, I'm not. I've got Teton in my Final Four.
I mean, he can get there, but he ain't gonna win shit.
Yeah, my Final Four is Teton versus Show and Ishimori Desperado.
Has there ever been an outsider that's won the juniors?
Uh,
Are we counting like fly-ins as outsiders? Or like rival companies only?
So, like anybody that's not Japan roster.
Like,
activated.
well, Teton went to the finals last year.
Yeah.
But he ain't win.
No, he's not gonna. He's my final. I have my final as Show and Despy.
I mean, Osprey was a fly-in.
But he didn't win.
No, he did.
Yeah, I mean, Osprey, but he was.
Osprey is like.
Oh, Osprey was around on the roster. Yeah. I'm not gonna count him. Kyle O'Reilly went to the finals. Oh, Ricochet. 2014.
Okay, look how far back we got to go. Come on now.
10 years. But I cannot. There's a difference in Ricochet and.
I think I've seen more
Blake
Ricochet New
Christian
Japan stuff than I've seen anybody else like that or whatever. So
yeah,
that's kind of
yeah. But
Are we counting Milano Collection AT?
we should because he was great.
I mean, I consider him a Dragon Gate guy, and he won in 2007.
I've only known him as the guy that sits behind the table.
Oh, you should watch some Milano.
Yeah, there's some good old Milano stuff to watch. Yeah, we got robbed of a great league career.
Yeah,
did he get like hurt or something?
It's I don't remember exactly what it was. It was some sort of eye injury, wasn't it?
Oh.
If it's an indicator of anything,
good
he got
kicked in the eye by Gato.
Of course, it was Gato.
He had oblique muscle palsy from it.
If there's any indicator of his past skills or whatnot, I seen him come out from behind that desk one time and do a drop kick, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah, Milano used to be very good. I think he wrestled Brian a couple of times, if I remember correctly.
I would assume so.
But that's a long ass name.
Milano Collection AT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, welcome to Dragon Gate.
Yeah, it sounds like a daggone set.
There's a lot of. I'm looking at this year 07. A lot of Dragon Gate guys in this one.
It sounds like a set of collectors.
I mean, 07 was about peak Dragon Gate.
BB Hulk is in it.
I'd imagine most of them are probably still around too.
Yeah, it sounds like Star Wars guy BB-8.
Minoru Tanaka.
Mm.
All
Well, he's a
right, so
New Japan guy.
But yeah,
let's not
what-
go down this rabbit hole.
but yeah, what do we think? Do we think? Like I said, I have Desperado winning. I think Desperado's.
I think this was a good safe pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely that's the right
Oh.
answer. That is a safe pick,
a
but
lot safer than Fujita.
I am yeah, but I am saying that he won't win because I want him to ascend beyond this junior
heavyweight?
heavyweight bullshit. Yes,
I wanted Despy in heavyweight for a minute.
yeah. Ever since he started having them hardcore death matches and all kinds of shit when he wore the white gear and all that other stuff, and I was like, yeah, that dude need to go up.
I can see him doing both this year because, like I said, they need to fill spots.
And Strong Style broke up, so
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
maybe
Despy can join Jake Lee and Good Looking Guys.
how about you die?
Because Jake's going to need some partners for the undercard tags.
I mean, hell, you seen him wear ELP shit. Maybe he can wear a
I guess
top
Jake's
hat and a monocle and
I guess
over his mask.
Jake's been teaming with Bullet Club. So
Yeah, Desperado's been teaming with God for some reason.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then who knows? I guess at least one of them is going to be gone by then. So yeah, I don't know, but that's like I think there's a lot. Like you said, I think Trillo Malone. I think Trillo Malone is going to have a real good showing in this G1. I think he's going to have surprise a lot of people.
It's either him or Fujita winning. I'm telling you. I'm calling it. You could book it, baby.
Oh,
Hey man, don't be that way.
But what do you think, Will? Who have you got?
I like the Despy pick. I feel like Despy's always a good. I feel like he got shorthanded his run at the beginning of the year, right? Because he won this year's champion. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I feel like it is a good year for one of the War Dog kids to take it. If you want to really set up
Drilla?
the division. I mean, Drilla makes the most sense of them. But also, Hiromu hasn't touched the title in a minute. So
Yeah.
He doesn't need to.
yeah, but they love putting the title on Hiromu. Speaking of which, I'm surprised Ali isn't in this.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
And he's probably getting paid too much on the indies to take a month
maybe
off.
he'll be the G1.
Maybe that'd be interesting. He's put on the size to do it.
That's your TNA rep.
Yeah, I wouldn't
That'd
be
shock me.
opposed to that.
But the only thing that kept me from pushing Drilla more and maybe putting him in the finals is still being the tag champs, and that just gave me a little pause.
I'm sure he's going to bring back Mike Bailey.
Well, Matt Hardy needed him.
Do you think he ever offered New Japan the Veda Scott discount too?
I don't know what that means.
Have you never noticed that?
Yeah,
Every show he's on, he's like,
Yeah,
listen,
she's
I'll give
there.
you a discount if you can put Veda on commentary.
I didn't know that. I mean, I like Veda on commentary.
Yeah, but have you never noticed that at every show Mike's on?
I mean, now that I think about it,
It's a real thing. They just don't
Yeah.
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
whatever gets her on commentary, I think she's good.
Yeah. Except for when she get with Walker, then she try to kind of like adapt his style and shit, and she starts sounding weird.
Speaking of which, we need Walker back.
Yeah,
I don't need ELP on commentary again.
I think he's in the States right now.
Yeah,
What? You want Kevin Kelly back? What?
Shut up.
I had that dude lined up for an interview too.
Which one, Kevin or Walker?
Kevin Kelly.
Oh,
And then
And
we
then
had to talk him out of it.
Yeah. Then y'all start. I don't know, man. It's just like I don't look for that shit. It's just like I'll never be. I guess I don't do my research.
B-Rob says
wanna
I don't click on his Twitter account.
I don't. I didn't.
B-Rob says, what is this Sound of Freedom thing?
Tell me about
Yeah.
QAnon.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I had to ask y'all too.
Have you ever had Walker on here? You haven't had him.
We talked about it. I've done commentary with him, but we never hooked it up to do the pod yet.
Yeah.
He said he was down, but we never got it yet.
Better than stupid ass Chris Charlton.
Hey man, Chris is
I-
good. I like him.
Chris Charlton sucks ass.
I like Chris.
Yeah,
Chris, boy, I'm going to push a narrative that the company told me to push. These aren't real
Well,
facts.
because that's his
These are
job.
yeah,
These
that's
are
what
just
every
my
announcer
opinions.
does.
It's his job.
These are my opinions, and people are going to take them for fact as if they're true.
That's what everybody does, except for Kevin Kelly on the way out when he's just shitting on the entire product.
It's like he presents these things that a lot of them are just his opinions. They're like people take him as fact, and it's like, come on.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to like QAnon this either, but it's like do your own research sometimes, you know?
I mean, he did his research. That's how he got the information to say it.
Yeah, but his research isn't good.
Yeah, but that's what they've got Chris Samsa for.
Mhm.
But not
Yeah,
yet.
man.
I think Walker said should be back soon because I think it's been just visa issue stuff is what's kept him back home.
Mhm.
Bring back Josh Barnett,
No,
so then he can get mad.
no, fuck
Remember
that.
when he almost fought Jay White?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
wonderful that Jay just made him look like an idiot.
Just
Yeah,
Barnett look like he pees his pants.
Oh, 100%.
Unlike the
Yes.
Rock who pees in bottles.
Yeah, that's a
Well, no, the pants came like that, B-Rob.
Oh no, we're not doing that shit. I'll kick you off the call.
I don't know what that even
I put up with a lot of shit, but I won't put up with that shit.
I don't know what it means. I'm not looking it up. I don't care.
Wait, what, Cash? You don't know what we're talking about?
No, I don't know what
Yeah,
no,
we,
and
we don't know what we're talking about.
I'm fine not knowing.
Anyway.
But okay, so I've got Despy, you've got Fujita,
Yeah.
and Will. Who did you say you
Will
have?
doesn't
going-
care.
I'm going Hiromu.
Hiromu? Okay.
Mhm.
We'll write those down and see how right or wrong we are at the end when
Hey man, my streak is good, but since we've been doing this, I've been
Yeah.
doing pretty fine.
yeah, when they decide screw it, we're gonna give it to Hayata this year.
That'd be wild.
I actually watched the match the other night. He beat Jack Morris for the GHC national title. And Jack Morris is really. I would have loved Jack Morris in this in Best Super Juniors. That would have been fun for me. Hayata was fine. He's going to be fine, and
I mean,
that's it. It'll be fine.
This whole thing will be fine.
I think this is going to be a good tournament. I think there's going to be a lot of really good matches this year. I don't see a lot of matches where I'm like, oh, this is going to be a. I say that Kanemaru's in the tournament. There's going to be
Hey, don't disrespect our drunk uncle.
No, but I think there's going to be a lot of really good matches this year. You could convince me that there's a couple in here that might vie from. I say that we already have the match of the year, but like
Have they
next
acknowledged that
year,
Ishimori shoot hates Kanemaru,
I don't think so.
even though they're both in the Bullet Club?
I mean, hey, there's always dissension in the ranks, man.
But he
Yeah.
shoot hates him though, not like in story hates him.
Hey man, do
For-
you want to get paid or do you want to go home?
For what reason?
Because of Noah, like Kanemaru they were both juniors at the time.
Yeah.
And Kanemaru was like, I'm not moving aside for Ishimori.
Brother.
Yeah, he brothered him.
I
Fuck 'em.
didn't know that. That's interesting.
Well, let them scrap
I guess.
for real then. It should make for a good match.
Well, they're in separate blocks.
Oh.
But they're in the same stable,
Yeah,
Oh.
sort of.
Then fuck them.
Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of stable versus stable this year.
What do you mean?
Really,
we should. I agree. We should
just
have another
Bushi and
Bullet Club
Teton.
Civil War.
Should we?
Never enough.
Yeah. All right, but I mean that's Best Super Juniors. I mean, it starts this Friday and runs through the beginning of June.
How about when's the worst of the Super Juniors?
That's the tag league, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Junior Tag League.
No, you get fun teams out of that.
Sometimes it depends on the year.
Yeah, I mean Chris Bay and freaking Ace Austin, they did damn good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, they can come back.
I love when they bring over these cool towns and then never bring them back.
Mhm.
Hell, it took them forever to even add Ace Austin and Chris Bay to the Bullet Club profile on the website. Anyway,
So, yeah,
I
I think that's all we got.
yeah. Freaking Will, you got anything to plug? Social media or anything like that? Your orifices?
See, I was gonna make the joke, but now I can't. So go to hell.
You're welcome.
No, not really. Oh, that was a story I was going to tell earlier. I totally forgot. Because remember, you were talking about like leaving people alone at outside of events.
Mm-hmm.
I totally broke my own rule of doing that.
Oh no.
I was getting lunch. This was like Friday of Mania weekend, and we're at the big the place where everyone's getting lunch. You know, you see talent everywhere, and like I saw Imperium, and like I saw Garganos and Pete Dunne and whatnot, and I see Dwayne's daughter.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, will I ever get another chance just to pop my friends to say I met Lady Dwayne? So I went up to her. I'm like, excuse me. She's like, hi. I'm like, hello. Just kindly. I asked her for a picture, right? Because I was a bothersome person that day for some reason. And she said, no, not right now. Thank you. I'm like, oh, no problem. And then she said, nice meeting you. I'm like, thanks. And I ran off and hid in the corner, avoiding all contact possible, because I realized how embarrassing that was after.
Hey man, you tried. I would have. I don't know how I would have felt in that situation. It was Rock Daughter though.
I know, that's why for any other wrestler I would have but I'm like, man, it's little Dwayne. Like, how else would that's who else says they have that picture?
I mean, she looked just like his.
I know, that's why we call her that. But then I saw Violence is Forever outside. I yelled "yo" at them, and they yelled "yo" at me back. So it's okay. So shout out Violence is Forever. Shout out Kevin Koo. Shout out Dom Guarini.
Word. Cass, you got anything?
No, just usual places. Twitter at the Kaz Wheeler. Get at me and come into that Discord. The $3 is very worth it. I'm there most of the time.
Word. And you can find me at all the places that I said at the top of the show. And if you forgot all those places, you go to randomrob.com and got all my information there. And if you want to be a part of that illustrious Discord that we spoke about, to where you can't talk to Will directly unless you have a certain Patreon tier, you go to patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. And for $3 hairs a month, you can get you that exclusive assets and exclusive content to be determined soon here in the future. Anyway, that's it. That's all we got. I appreciate y'all for putting up with our bullshit, especially mine. And I'll see you next time.